Oh, yeah. Hello, dear Vardan. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you that you joined me tonight. I think it took approximately 60 days once we did, did manage to meet to make this.
Yes, yes. Thank you for welcoming me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Thank you very much. I'm doing as good as it is possible those days. Yes, but
Yes.
actually it's okay. It's going to become better and better, I think. Where are you
Great.
now?
I'm based at India, Gujarat, Ahmedabad.
Ah,
City is Ahmedabad, and the state is Gujarat.
nice. Uh,
Lots of business of most of the Indian business has been done through Gujarat state as well as through Mumbai, Maharashtra. And we
it's
have big ports over here, Adani Port and Mundra Port, which is the
it,
biggest port.
I just
We have big business from only the export business from uh, the different uh, to the different countries from here from India.
I
So
actually just wanted to mention that you were in a perfect position for your business because Gujarat is very famous for different kind of business activities and especially for agricultural things. Both
yes,
important.
Gujarat is famous for their I'll say for their peanuts, lots of peanuts, groundnut oil, and Gujarat is also famous for cotton, and Gujarat is famous for their in food items. I will say the local food business is quite high over here, and mostly in the city, Ahmedabad city,
In,
and
in Gujarat,
this is this city, Ahmedabad city is known, and the Gujarat is known as the what I will say is the big industries. All the industries are here in Gujarat only. Most of the like Adani, Ambani, you have heard about these big business tycoons who are from India only, and mainly they are from Gujarat. And then Nirma Group, and then lots of businessmen are coming from Gujarat only.
mm, well, I would say I don't know everything about Gujarat, obviously, but I know something what was regarding the business that I was connected to, and I was doing negotiations for the companies who were exporting sunflower oil from Ukraine, like crude sunflower oil, yeah. And I know that
Mm.
there are lots of how would I say that? There are a lot of refineries in Gujarat, and not only
Yes.
refineries, oil extraction plants as well, because as you said, cotton, and as you said, peanut, and as you said, there is also local sunflower oil. So you produce.
Local sunflower oil, I will say, is quite less because Gujarat is also importing, crude oil mainly. This palm oil, sunflower oil, and all those oils they are importing because even in the case of palm oil, India is just producing some sort of palm oil which is consumed in their domestic use. So if someone comes to ask for the palm oil, then India is not able to tackle those what I say the requirements. And even India is also importing, I mean to say, from Malaysia and Indonesia in the case of palm oil and sunflower oil.
Mhm.
So yeah, but we have a lot of groundnut oil here.
Exactly, exactly. Well, to summarize, it's a very interesting place to stay at if you're dealing with international business from or to India. That's like very interesting position. Perfect, I would say.
Yes,
By the way, how old are you?
I'm 33.
33. Wow, I'm 34. I would say it's like, like young.
On the same stage.
Yeah, it's like it's interesting to watch through life how, for example, I was child, then I was teenager, yes, and then I was studying, and then I'm watching now that, like step by step, young lions, they are biting bigger pieces of business everywhere and trying to grow through the system and trying to establish their own new business world. That's interesting. I like it's exciting. It's exciting for me. Yeah. And tell me please, another thing. Let's come back. Let's like leave business a little bit beside for a while. Who is your parents? Who are them?
So my parents are, what question mean? What exactly? I'm not able to understand your question.
It's
Who is your
interesting.
parents?
It's interesting. What is your mother doing? What is your father doing?
Okay.
What
Both
kind
are
of education?
both stays at home. My father got retired, and he stays at home,
Mhm.
and he's not doing anything right now. So he was doing job. So my mother is also a homemaker, but she is now not doing any work. She do some household chores. That is because I am married now, and my brother is also married now. So we have, wives to manage our home as
Mm,
well.
nice.
So yeah, so that is the thing. And my father was doing job, and right now he's retired.
What kind of job he was doing?
He was doing a private job in the stone marble industry.
So he was, am I correct? He was employee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's just interesting for me to get know the background of people, how they come to the business. Because my mother is a teacher in a governmental school, and she is a teacher in a school for 40 years in the same class, like she's super exciting about teaching children and so on, so on. But at the same time, she shared a lot of wisdom with me about private business things. So probably one of the first coins I earned with my mother and with my cousin. And my father was doing way too many, too different jobs. So everything like from farms, security,
Okay.
uh, just like a lot, a lot of different things. What is your education? Do you have one?
I'm a postgraduate with the commerce background,
Uh-huh.
and yeah,
Wow. What kind of? What kind of graduate? Are you like specialized on something or?
specialized in I have done my masters in commerce, and after that I haven't done anything. But I took some courses like import export courses. I got
Ah,
certifications for that.
oh, smart way. Very smart. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and after that, I thought, because nobody is going to teach you to how or to
No.
do the business. Nobody can tell you. It's all up to your attitude, how you can meet that person, how what extra sort of things you can gain. You know Sometimes it happens the persons will say you, because they are much in the, they have the huge experience, so they will say, what man, nothing. Then though we have to we need to be very calm at that place, and what extra sort of knowledge we can gain from this guy, it is good for us. Because and in the future we are going to apply the same with some our use of some our mind. So
Yeah.
maybe some good thing can be derived from that, those
I
things. So I believe that you learn and you apply. You learn from your own. No university or no school is going to train you to how to do business. They will just give you the information. They will just give you the facts and figures and knowledge. But it's at the end of the day, it will be to um, do the business. So it's all about they will give you some sort of knowledge, but at the end of the day, it's just to uh, help yourself only. So
well,
this
I
is.
I definitely agree with you. It's like, by the way, it's not only about school. School is giving important things. School is giving socializing to children, and school is giving is teaching us to write, to read, to count. But well, family does a lot as well. Family shares values that will make us then in the future. That's a
Right.
extremely important thing. But at the end of the day, I agree absolutely. I don't think any MBA can make you a good entrepreneur. No.
No, no, nobody can make you. It's all up to you how you manage it, how you learn. There are lots of after your education and your university degree. There are lots of things in day-to-day life. How you learn
Mhm.
each day, how you become better each day. So
Exactly. Well, absolutely. It's just like it's not about education at all. It's more about the path of life. You choose the path of life, and then you say, okay, now I know nothing, but like step by step, I'm not doing business. I'm more like probably living business. That's like, but like it's like a breathing. You don't need education to breathe. You simply breathe.
no, no. Even in Gujarat also, there are lots of people. They have just done their matriculation. That is the 10th. They studied till 10th standard. That's only, and they started business of selling T-shirts. They started business of selling, any stuff, and then slowly, slowly, they developed themselves into big, huge production house
Mhm.
for T-shirt making, jeans making, and all those are here in Gujarat only. Lots of examples I can give you.
Exactly. How did you come?
Business has nothing to do with the education.
No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Yes.
Well, my first commercial projects that I have done in my life, it was like small retail with my brother, with my cousin. He was 12 years old. I was 8 years old. I
Okay.
barely, I barely did manage to read, like to read text and to write some texts. But like it was very successful thing. It was whatever. You probably don't know Ukrainian currency, but that's not important. We had 12 units of Ukrainian currency. In
I
uh,
see.
in 60 days, we had 396. So
Okay.
it's enough to say, like, we multiplied it many, 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 many times. We had to buy chocolates to sell, to buy new to sell, again, 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 again.
Correct.
And then we were successful. Yeah, I didn't have any kind of education, and my brother didn't have, and nobody taught us how to do that. We had a courage. We wanted to have fun. It was boring just to with cars, with toys. Sometimes it's
Right.
fun, but all the time it's too fucking boring. So we were looking for the ways to have fun. We did it.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, tell me please, how did you come to the idea of private business?
What?
How did you come to the idea to start your own business? Because
The
you
idea.
employ,
Idea.
yeah, yeah.
The idea. Okay. So it was just like when I was in my we'll say I was in 12 in my graduation. At that time, I got involved in because I was into the finance. So I was looking for the finance activities of all the organization, how they I was managing their finance, how they earn money, and how to do the costing, and how to give the price, how to tender the price to the customer, how to give the price, how much profit margin you need to keep in your invoices, how to share those things to the customer. So all those stuffs I was involved in. I was involved with the bank managers as well. I was doing bank licensing as well. So I was doing licensing with the chartered accountants as well. So at that time, I thought to myself that I will also do the business because these guys, if they can earn money, why not I? So from that, I got the idea. better to do some sort of business rather than doing a 9 to 5 job. Though 9 to 5 job was not so much hard for me, but I thought to do business, because that is also my objective and goal, to uh, develop a huge business line, because I will enter into the import export, then I can also enter into the real estate, I can also enter, there are lots of fields and industries. So I
Mm.
want to explore all those industries, but the gateway is this import export business to all
Mhm.
those industries.
Yes, at the end of the day, you come to that. That's interesting.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's very probably similar with my story. I was working for one B2B platform here in Ukraine, one of the biggest in Ukraine. I was leading one of the markets for them. And then because I had a right of admin at the platform, so I could see how our users, how they exchange messages. So I was like
Right.
reading so they don't send dick pics to each other. Yeah. And I was like, had opportunity to read the content of the messages. And then I understood that there is a huge gap of understanding between representatives of different cultures for many, many, many reasons. So they simply, there is guy who need some product, there is guy who produce this product, they can't agree. It doesn't, just like don't understand anything. And that's the way how I started to think, well, okay, probably I have to translate the language of buyer to the language of seller. And like, because it's a tricky thing, it's interesting, and that's interesting how the human mind works, and how do you clarify things from one guy to another and backward. That's interesting. So I was thinking, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try it. And that's how I came to this idea. It's interesting. And then, like, I decided to interview you because you are one of the brightest people I have ever communicated to in 10 years, since February 2012. It's very interesting. You have such an outstanding knowledge about import export, and
And
that's
that is because I haven't learned this thing from anybody. I just I learned this from the other companies. I asked them that what is happening, how the shipping quote will come, how much the how to quote, how to take the quotes, how to segregate them, how to read it. Even when I started, I was not even aware about some of the shipping terms as well. So I took all those things from so mainly from the the suppliers, I will say, because there you have the option. Once you go to one supplier, he will tell you this thing, and now you have this knowledge, and go to the other supplier, ask that we have this thing, then they will give you more knowledge on that part,
Mhm.
right? So you will gain more and more knowledge on a particular product, a particular services, you know. So it's all your supplier who gives you the information.
Well, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And the supplier is an absolute source of knowledge and the absolute source of any kind of marketing information in your particular sector. And
Right.
when you're working in mediating between sellers and buyers, I would say that respect buyers, but definitely love sellers, and they build a perfect relationships with your sellers, because they are incredible source of current market situation. They can tell you anything, and even more than anything. If you have
Correct.
really strong relationships with really strong business professionals in the sector which you work with, they can predict many things based on their experience and knowledge. This is what was happening with the sunflower oil sector here in Ukraine for approximately let's say 8 or 6 months ago, because we received the war and the price for sunflower oil jumped crazily up, not only here in Ukraine, but in Europe as well. One of our members was a Turkish background guy living in Belgium. It was one of the first meetups that we had in March, probably, or April. I don't remember for sure. That he told me that for the first time in his life, he saw the cost of sunflower oil in Belgium €5 per liter. He said it's like, what the fuck? it's, it's just how to deal with that, how to earn money on that. And that was really crazy. And I was talking to one guy who was working with one of the biggest sunflower oil extraction plants. And he said, wait a little bit and the price will fall down. Don't do any deals now because it's like crazy stuff. Wait a bit, wait, hold on. Keep horses and keep horses of your buyers. And then yes, price fell apart down because it's amazing. That's amazing. Really, like my advice to anyone who is doing this kind of business, keep good tight contact with your sellers. Okay, that's good. We figure out how do you know this kind of knowledge. Then tell me, please, when did you start your business? When exactly?
I started when I started business, right? Doing business and marketing, right? I uh, started in January. January, yes, Jan 2022.
In January 2022,
Yes,
for 1 year ago?
yes.
Uh, That's incredible. My congratulations, because a lot of people who are doing import-export business for 5, 7 years, they don't have a smallest piece of your knowledge. It's just, I mean it. Well, my friend, I'm connected to this kind of stuff since 2012, February 2012. I was
Mm,
talking to, I contacted thousands of businesses all around the world. I remember,
okay.
I remember in 2013, I was doing research for sea products. I was living in Norway at that time, and I was thinking, what can I do being in Norway, seafood country, and so on? Probably I can do something. So I had a plan to contact. I had to contact a couple of hundreds of companies to gather some data, like to understand what's happening in the market. So I contacted 400 companies in 1 month. Not just hi, hello, but hi, hello, and like what you do, how you do, what's the price, ta-ta-tam, ta-ta-tam, ta-ta-tam. How can we live like this? Just because of I settled a goal in front of me, and I I don't see any barriers. I'm going to my goal. That's it. Yeah. And that is extremely interesting. You're such an outstanding man in the knowledge that you have. And okay, let's say so. Let's be a bit. We have to give some idea to people who will watch this video. How many real existing customers do you have right now?
I have real existing customers. One is in from Indonesia who gives small shipments, not big shipments, air shipments. Mainly, I am managing air shipments now, and we are in the planning of executing a big container as well. For I will share all those details. I'm in the middle of that thing, so I will share all those details also with you.
Is good.
And
What do you what do
For
you
that,
do for
I
them?
have client from Oman, and I have client from Indonesia,
Mhm.
and I have client from this Malaysia also. I have client. So
Okay,
they
okay.
give me, small air shipments orders they are giving me, and I have clients from this Spain also. I have one client, and we are also into the domestic market. We are doing marketing for botanical extracts as well for from the domestic from in India. So we are associated with one botanical extract company, and we are their sales partner, and they support us in sharing their product catalogs and
Mm,
all those stuff. So we are doing their marketing of their products in India as also, and outside India in US and Spain, because our target is to make their products reach to each and every good what I will say, uh, production botanical extracts production company who require their products, cosmetic industry as well. So because those products are using cosmetic industry also. And then I have a client from Marico, sorry, I said your name. I have a client from this South Africa is also.
okay.
So yeah.
Uh, how much time did it take to receive the first contract? You started January 2022, and how much time did you spend to get at least one solid contract?
It took me 6 months, to
It,
get the first customer.
yeah,
It
it
took me
sounds
6 months
it
because
sounds
it's not easy. It's all depend upon in import export business. It's all depends upon your strategy, your luck also. Because sometimes I have seen people, they are not even getting contract orders for 2 years as well, because the strategy is not right. And some people I am seeing that they are getting the orders in just 3 months, 2 months. So it all depends upon what strategy you have, what marketing strategy you have, how you are implementing that strategy. Now that marketing strategy, it's in itself is a some sort of privacy, so I'm not going to share that
no,
thing
no,
over.
no. I'm not looking for this kind of information. It's just, it's interesting for me, in terms of, like open information. How is that going? How was the way?
But I will give you some information, like people say that whether it is to considered when you're getting some inquiries from the WhatsApp. Yes, to consider it as a genuine inquiry. If they are getting from the WhatsApp, you can get from the WhatsApp as well, you can get from any platform. But thing
I
is
was
that
using
you need.
everything. I was using all the platforms, but then it depends upon. No, it's not about platform. You find the solid and genuine people.
It's all depend. It depends upon suppose you find one person from suppose I found you from Ukraine now, right?
Uh,
Now the thing is that you shared me some sort of details like what business you're doing, right? So I will then check each and every details thoroughly, your website, then your a kind of due diligence I will do, where I will take all the details from you. And if you are a genuine buyer, then you will not you will not be worried to share all those stuffs, right? If you're not a genuine buyer, then you will be in a worry to share all those stuff. So when people ask me my details, I will give them freely.
mhm.
Take away this information, because I have that website, I have LinkedIn profile, I have my WhatsApp number, I have my what I will say, Skype ID. So take away
Exactly.
all those that you want. I have my licenses. You want my license, food license, I will give you my food license. Take away. I have my goods and service tax number. Take away. You will find me only there, and nobody you are going to find out.
Exactly.
So
I agree with you.
so this is the main thing, and for due diligence, you need to make sure that whether company is there any kind of uh, existing, what is the registered place of business, and all those stuff you need to check, because I have found some sort of information. Sometimes it happens that some people are from, I will not say about that country, but people give the information like we are doing business so and so, and then they will give some sort of address, but somehow the house number is missing sometimes, and they misplace it, and they will present in that way that you will not be able to find their offices when you will google it out. So it gives you the feeling of worry that it
Emptiness, yes, there is
that
something
is the thing, that
missing.
it seems like this is not a good business to deal with. So these are all the situations happening in while you enter into the import and export business. And again, you can check about your buyer from the ECGC also, which is the Export Guarantee and Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation of India Limited, which is a organization uh, developed by the government, which looks after, which ensures you that if suppose your buyer is not going to pay you, then we will give you the 95% of the payment. But yes, after the due diligence, after checking whether they have paid you or not paid you. So they take, though they also take 6 months, in
Uh-huh.
paying you. So ECGC also have the insurance policy where you can make your consignment get you can secure your consignment against if any problem arises in terms of payment. Suppose your buyer is not paying you, then ECGC will help you out in
Mm-hmm.
getting that. So ECGC is also there, which will help in the import export business. But yes, it takes time.
Well, exactly. I agree with you. And I would say that those people got to be scammed, only those who want to be scammed. Those people who want to do secure business, they do secure business, and this is not possible to scam them. It's not, it's simply not possible.
Yes, yes,
Because
this is not possible.
you're open, you share all the details, you expect that someone is sharing all the details with you, and it's just not possible to approach them this way so someone can scam them. It's not possible. And I absolutely agree with you that if anyone wants to, it's international trade is simple. It's very simple. There is nothing hard. Well, let's say true. There is nothing to. It's not a rocket science. You buy one product here and you sell it there. You have.
International business is simple. The main thing is when letter of credit is involved, right?
Mm,
So there people make some mistakes, and sometimes it happens that if you have some sort of foreign exchange changes happens,
yeah.
so there also people may earn some money or lose some money, but it
Mhm.
all depends upon you how you do your costing of the product and how much margin you are keeping in your mind, how much the currency can fluctuate. This is a kind of game that you need to think before quoting.
In some terms, I agree with you. In some terms, yes. But again, solid and experienced businessman, he's very careful and he can. It's not like like usually people who were approaching me about sunflower oil or about wheat, for example, they were saying, "What's your price? What's your price?" And I was like going mad about this question. What the hell do you mean? What's my price?
So,
It's not
so
like two or three. My price is three. That's it. And like for what? Come on. Who is doing insurance? Who is doing custom clearance? Who is going to arrange all the logistics? Who is going to pay for what actually? Whom we are going to involve in the project? How about surveyors? How about SGS and so on? Come on, don't ask that question. What's your price? And like
see,
people are people are like, they approaching, what's your price, and give me immediately the price, and you're starting to, come on, let's calm down, we need a call, we have to figure out lot, we have like a list of 30 questions to discuss before we are coming to the price.
So I will tell you what is happening in this type of business. What it happens, they are all the mediators. They are not the end buyers, right?
Yeah,
They are
exactly.
all they are all the mediators. They are like a frogs. Who are it hasn't rained right now, though they are coming out, that is to earn some money in so they are just kind of frogs. They come out, it will rain, and I will get wet, so it's like this. But they must understand that it's not going to rain easily. That is because there are big crocodiles in this business who are not even going to make you enter into this business.
Oh yeah.
So wheat business, if I will say wheat, sugar, it's not so much easy. People will ask you the price, give me the price, give me the 10,000 metric ton per month, multiply by 12 months,
Yeah,
all are
yeah, yeah,
fake
yeah,
deals,
yeah, yeah. I did hear it
right?
very much.
Yeah, that is the reason, is because few days back we heard, when Sri Lanka was in trouble, and we heard that Indian government exported 50,000 metric ton of wheat to the Sri Lanka. Then I come to know, then I my eyes got opened. Oh my God, people were making 10,000 metric ton multiplied by 12 months, 1,20,000 metric tons of inquiry, or a small person, even we don't know who is it, and lots of people are making inquiry. Some people are saying that we are going to sell, we have those stocks, we will sell. Where is the stock? Are you the owner of the stock? You are not the owner of the stock. The owner of the stock is sleeping somewhere, and you are just giving the information to other guys that we have that stock. You are
Mhm.
just a kind of a person or mediator who are informing other people, and you are driving them to the wrong direction. That
Oh
is the
yeah.
thing.
Well, yes, I had a couple of funny situations about this kind of things. It was a guy from Africa contacting me and talking about buying wheat to like to Africa, and then I started like the guy of those kind of, what's the price? What's the price type of guys? And I said, okay, come on, let's discuss it, like who are you? Are you the owner? Yes, I am. I do. I have experience. Everyone like 3 to 5 years, 3 to 5 years, everyone. Either you already have this experience, or you know that, or you will face a lot of this. Everyone is answering like, do you have experience? Yes. 3 years, 5 years, 3 years, 5 years. Nobody have 1 year of experience. Nobody says
They
that.
are just they
Nobody
just
just
lie. They
started.
just lie.
Nobody just started. Everyone is super experienced. And then like, okay, so how are we going to do payment and like to do LC? Okay. Who is the what kind of banks are involved? Is that like
Involved in it.
top 50? Who is supportive bank and so on? And like, oh, wait a moment. I will connect another one. He's my business partner. Okay. I see the game. I understand that, but just because of I have time, let's play it. Let's play. So at the end of the day, I had on the line four other guys, like one by one, and every another one was like, I am the owner. I know everything. And even the last one, he wasn't owner. And so on. It's crazy. It's crazy. And another funny story that I had, I received one LOI from the same LOI from four different guys in 90 minutes. Like it was, and everyone, they did cover the name of the company. They did cover the name of the company. They did cover all of this, in all of this, super personal details. Kind of, we don't want to disclose everything to you. And then it was four different guys who was approaching me. It was a bit, it was, it was crazy, and I was mad. I was mad about that. And that's happening. If you need some time to talk to some people, you just say it's okay. It's absolutely okay. Yeah. And it was crazy. And that's happening. And I call it, I call this kind of people like wolves from Wall Street.
Can you give me 1 minute only?
I can give you even 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. It's life.
I'm back.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we figured out we have different funny stories in international business. Um, what would I ask
So
next?
I have also stories where people come and ask me how much quantity you have. I want 10,000 metric ton, multiply by 12 months. I will say I need this quantity. If you have, come
Mhm.
to me. So they will give me LOI. They give me, I don't believe in such LOIs. When such LOIs come to me, there is one guy from Bangladesh who frequently send me LOIs and inquiries of 10,000 metric ton multiply by 12, 5,000 metric ton
For what
multiply by
kind?
12. I,
For
I, I, I removed him and I moved all his emails in my junk folder, in the spam. If the email comes from to me, move it to the spam.
I see. For for what kind of products in Bangladesh?
Bangladesh, mainly they were inquiring about wheat
Wheat, yeah,
and
definitely.
rice also,
Wheat, corn, yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? But the Indian government has banned wheat right now, so
Mm-hmm.
India is not able to export wheat. But yes, India is able to export maida. Maida is also a grinded wheat. I mean, whatever duff will say, what will say,
I think I
white.
understand you. Flour.
Yeah, yeah. Flour, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So wheat flour you
Oh,
can
but that's
export.
smart. It's smart
but
because
that is but that is also in the form of you need to take some advance authorization from the government. If you have those license, then only you can
mm,
export further. And again, I want to tell you one thing more about there are lots of what I will say, teachers and educators who are imparting educations to their students. They give education like it's quite easy to start import export business from home. You just need import export license. You just need to register yourself into any as a small company. You need to register, whether you can do it individually as well. And then you need so and so simple license, but it's not so easy import export business. That is because a single person can do nothing in this import export business. You
oh,
need a team. You need
that,
a team. And for marketing also you need a team, maybe 2 people, 3 people, then you can do. Because this is what my experience tell. uh, then there is some sort of uh, uh, you know uh, some problems like people say that, yeah, you can export honey all easily to UK, you can export honey easily to Canada, but it's not so quite easy. Because I have the experience. I have not exported, even though I have experienced how tough it is to export to you know Canada, to UK. I sent samples few days back. I think 2 months back. I sent sample to the UK, and they detained it. Just sample 500-gram sample. They detained it. They told me that you take the we need animal certificate. This is animal product. We need animal certificate. So there are lots of certificates and there are lots of things. It's not quite easy to export
Oh,
honey to UK, Canada, and then it's not. There are some sort of things that some products are there where you cannot easily export. You need some sort of licenses, and once you are able to export, one consignment, two consignment, then you can easily do those stuff. But after that, you need to dig out many much information, before exporting those stuffs.
I would say that this is not one man game at all. Yeah, like
No, not a moment.
there are games when you can be alone, when you can be just one. Like I don't know, you're playing poker, you're not playing. It's not team behind you. You're the only
Yeah.
one. But there are
Yes.
games like a soccer. You can't be alone. Like a basketball, volleyball. You.
But what's happening is, I'm so sorry to interrupt you between, but what's happening is, what people are doing is, in order to get some sort of money, they just teach these stuffs to their students. They will make port visits and all those stuff. What students are gaining? You have not given even a small knowledge to him. Even anybody can, by watching YouTube videos, anybody can learn that how the shipment is taking place.
Mhm.
What is the need of visiting that port? Now, suppose if you want to visit the port, you can, but you are not getting so much knowledge. The main important thing is about your product. What is the demand, from where you can procure, and from where you can source, and what are the licenses required to you know get those products. So this is the thing. You need to be you need strategy, you need to be planned in that way. Then only you can export uh, those things.
Mhm.
I also, my one of my small shipment also got detained in Indonesia as well, because it was a nutraceuticals, and they told my buyer that we will not release this from our customs. That is because you don't have the license to import this stuff. So that also got detained. But somehow I have a good relationship with that businessman. So he is now ordering more stuffs. But I'm saying that first get the license, then I will export. I'm not going to export um, without the license. You need to have some sort of license.
No, you have to be authorized, definitely. Otherwise,
Yes, you need
if
to be
if there
authorized.
is law, then there is law. You cannot do that. On the one side,
And
a brief comment on my behalf. On the one
yeah,
side, it's very sad. I like what Indian government did. It's good to export not wheat but with flour. It's smart.
wheat flour you can do, but with some approvals.
Mhm. And what I mean, I like that it's additional value. That's important. It makes the country economy more expensive. It's good. It's good. I don't like extra licenses, telling the truth. That's what I don't like too much, because any permissions on governmental behalf, any licenses, it's all the time this or other way. It's all the time about corruption. I don't like that.
There may be some sort of corruption that is involved, but yes, again, this gives some sort of guarantee to the government as well, to control on what is going outside, to control the stocks, what is going outside. But that is because if people will freely export all those stuffs, then country will lack those resources in no time.
How about custom clearance? Because they collect this kind of data. How much of products have been exported, imported? They have this data, right? So that's
Yes.
not like it isn't really license thing. Well, I mean, I support. It's not like let's say, it's not like I'm saying I am definitely totally against licenses and any permissions. Let's do it everything like freely. I'm not this kind of guy. I am a conservative in economical terms, in economy terms, and the political terms. I'm a classical conservative guy. Let's, like, we have to do secure politics. That's what I like.
Yeah.
It's not a thing, it's not a toy to play with, because it regards human lives, and the quality of life is very important thing. And I mean just that if we like increase the level of permissions and the number of permissions and licenses, it's earlier or later for those people and for others people, probably not for everyone, but it will this or other way come to corruption as well. And I agree absolutely with you. We have just in every country, including Ukraine, including the most democratic countries ever, like Scandinavian, like Norway, like America, everywhere we have to build a dialogue between businessmen and government. And the
Yeah.
and the bridge has to be a solid stone-made bridge, and everything has to be accountable and transparent. So there is no room and space for any kind of corruption. Everyone is watching
Right.
everything and knows everything. It's like two company talking. Here is my documents. Show me yours. You just show it, and that's it. That's it. If you
Yeah.
don't,
You're right.
then something is not clear really about you. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I mean, and I mean it so much and so strong. So I think it's really important to mention this kind of things in our videos. So other people who watch it, they have at least to start to believe in that. Far not
at
every.
least at least at least they will understand that, suppose if they are going for some product, and they will understand that, if I am a trader or I am a manufacturer, I have started a plant and I'm started producing, what sort of licenses will I require to trade domestically, as well as what sort of license I will require to trade in
Globally.
international business, at the gateway of custom clearance as well.
Mhm.
And they must also learn that what sort of license are required by their import agents in their different countries. So they
And
must have those knowledge also. That will give them more sort of some sort of idea and insights on about their customers. Because if you will say that, suppose I have one product, and if I will, if I am aware that in Indonesia they require some BPOM license to import this nutraceutical product, and if I am doing some due diligence, and they gave me all the details at that time, but they didn't give me that BPOM license, right? So how come then it will give me a genuinity about their business, that they are into this business, correct? They are importing these things. What will happen if these goods will stuck up that their custom, or in their country? So it's all about it's a two-way responsibility to teach each and everybody about what sort of license are required in your country as well, and what sort of license we are going to export this product to your country. So what sort of license you will be required, or what sort of license you have, just please show to us, so that it will give us the surety. So these are some sort of things that you need to check. While some of the big companies are there, there if you see their website, you will see all sort of license are there. So there you don't need to question them. You will get that due diligence at their website only. You just need to check out about the payment terms, that how you're going to deal with them, and if they're giving you, if you are financially fit, if they are financially fit. And suppose there is some sort of understanding. It's about the understanding. Suppose if you, because they are new to you and you are also new to them, so but there is no trust between you both guys, that is because you have not even meet each other, face to face. So, but they want, a trial order, suppose, and if they are going to take it on the LC, then you can easily, if you're fit, right, and you're big fit from the finance side, and they are also fit from the finance side, then you can do easily. You can ask for them to give LC. You just show their LC draft to your bank. Your bank will give the green signal. Then you just start procuring the products because you are fit from the finance side. Then you ship their products, and their LC will come, and you can I mean you can what I will say, encash your LC before your goods get shipped to their country. So in that way, because you and your how much strong you are with your bank, that is also one of the main thing, because pre-shipment credit, post-shipment credit, lots of things are involved. So those things nobody is going to give you before you are not financially fit. If you are financially fit, then even bank is will come to you and will tell them that we are ready to give you money, just consume it.
Yes, it's as well corporate dialogue with the banks depends a lot on your past history as well. If you have a
Yes.
good loan history with the banks, then you can negotiate and you can cut down the cost of LC and so on. It's
So
possible. It's
for
not
for
near.
for the business who are doing for the very first time, I will say that better to take the advance money rather than going for LC, or even for some sort of 50% advance and 50. Don't go in that way. Just take uh, what I will say, advance, 100% advance. And if you are getting some sort of big orders, then you can take 30% advance and 70% after scan BL or after shipping.
Uh,
All those things you can do. So that will be on the safer side from supplier as well, and that will be the safe side for buyer as well.
mhm.
So that is the thing, people can do, small traders can do.
Mm, interesting. Yeah, extremely interesting. You said you're working with a couple of countries, among them, I remember Malaysia, Indonesia, Oman, Spain, South Africa. And
Hmm.
okay, what kind of products do you deal with?
So mainly in Oman, Malaysia, Indonesia, and South Africa, I'm dealing with nutraceuticals, and I'm also going to enter into some sort of baby products
What are
related to
baby?
baby products.
Like
So
clothes, like
no, not like like what I will say, uh, like milk powder, like oats for babies, like those stuffs.
Interesting. So, do you think about perspective markets for which national markets are very perspective for this kind of products?
Markets are there for these products in Kenya as well, Oman as well. They have the market in, then the market is in South Africa as well.
Mm-hmm.
Market is in Middle East as well, Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
Saudi Arabia. So lots of market.
Yeah,
Market is open.
yeah. Well, that's interesting. I think so. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Scandinavia is probably interesting for you as well. An average family has three, no, I would say 2 to 4 children. So it's probably interesting, and that's a market of rich people. So that's kind of interesting place to watch. But then Scandinavians as well are crazy about quality. So that's like it's very important for them. Not like crazy, I mean crazy in a good way. The government is taking care for quality of products a lot. Everything what's coming to country has to be just perfect. Yeah.
Ukraine,
No,
for
no,
Ukraine,
I'm talking about Scandinavia. I'm talking about Scandinavia. Norway, for
which
example.
country?
Scandinavia, Norway, Sweden.
Scandinavia. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, well, yeah,
No,
right. Because Yeah, European countries are quite strict
Quick.
about
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
Yeah,
Especially about food, but they are strict about everything, but especially about food. Yeah, very much.
yeah.
In Ukraine, currently we have war, and who knows what's gonna happen after war. But I think that after war, we will have explosive development. That's what I think, because we have many people with a very entrepreneurial mind, and many people wants to do business here, and I think we will receive a huge investments from many countries. And but and I think that Ukrainians of this kind of people, like we don't like someone to rule us, to manage us without our without agreeing something with us. So I think we will have a huge explosive change of democracy in Ukraine, because we paid terrible price for not taking care of country. It's like, as Winston Churchill said about war. He said that the war is too much important thing to give it to to militarists, to give them responsibility for war only. That's too much important for avoiding that. And I think that the politics are too much important to delegate it fully to politicians. So we paid a huge and terrible price, and I think every single Ukrainian will have desire to take part in like politics as well. It's a competitive team game, isn't one guy game. So I think all Ukrainians will take part in future politics of Ukraine, definitely, for sure. Yes, and what will we say? It's interesting. I enjoy talk with you. I have a lot of joy, really. Like, it's all the time so inspiring to talk with real professional. What's the plan for the future for your business?
My plans for the future of the business is to have more, human power, more manpower to involve in my business and to increase the scale of business.
Mm, interesting. You plan like to stay more or less in these sectors of economy, yeah, where you are now, like plus minus. You just want to grow a capacity of people involved in your business, and you want
Yes,
definitely to find some people in other countries like to deal with. Yeah,
right.
it's interesting. It's sounds like a plan, so it is plan. uh, I wanted what else? I have a list of questions. I have to check if I asked everything what what I wanted to ask you. Is that closed information or open information? What is the turnover of your company today? What do you like? The capacity, financial volume of your company now?
So, financial volume, I will say it's not much right now. It's around 30L or 40L. Around, I have to check that figures.
Mhm.
So, that is
In
not much, but yes,
in terms of US dollars, how much will it be?
in terms of US, I am not able to convert it into US dollars, but I will say 30 lakhs or 40 lakhs. You can convert this money.
And
Let me convert it into USD then.
the interesting part of communicating with different people from different countries is that all the time comes a new currency, all the time. uh, okay, we will check it definitely.
36,000 USD.
36,000 per year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's well, I would say it is an outstanding result, taking into account the fact that you have started just for 11 months ago. 6 months you've spent to find the first and to close the first deal, and then you're earning money for only last 5 months. I wish everyone to be that successful, telling the truth. It's a huge.
So the thing is that you need to stick to this idea. When you're doing business, you need to stick to the idea. You need to embrace your failures as well.
Yeah,
Sometimes I even feel that I am into the wrong business sometimes. But when you get some sort of clients, when you're earning money, then you think that no, this is the correct business. The thing is that you need to scale it out perfectly with some sort of strategies, with good manpower, because a person alone can't do anything in any business. A lone person can do. And if uh, I want to provide some sort of services, then yeah, alone I can do that thing. But as a professional, to
mhm.
teach someone, to provide, to give import export knowledge to someone, so that I can do. But once I enter into any business, then I need some manpower with me, who will take quotes from the vendors, who will source products for me, who will do some sort of marketing for me, who will bring some more leads to me, because
Well, actually,
business is all about getting leads each day, and to nurture that lead, and to execute, to share proper information, and then execute for the orders. So this is the uh, you know uh, main thing in even in the import export business. So you need some sort of knowledge, as well as some manpower also.
well, we can say that everyone who is watching this video, I absolutely advise to take a contact with Vardan. Definitely, Vardan is a professional person. He understands pretty well import-export business, and I think that it's very challenging and very hard to find any better business partner in this area of business, definitely. And things we are making interview now, I'm taking this opportunity to promote Vardan. Anyone who is watching this interview, who is planning to go, who is searching for someone to work together to improve international trade, to improve export import business, Vardan is a good person to contact with. Probably you will not cooperate, but anyway, you will spend the time that you spend talking to Vardan, you will definitely, it will pay off because you will gain some knowledge, and the Vardan will receive some knowledge from you, and you guys both will succeed with the joy of talk, of communication with a proper and solid person. So that's my piece of advice. Vardan, it's very interesting for me. You joined our platform, Doers Business. Currently, it's extremely challenging for us to develop the platform because the platform is online platform. Platform demands electricity. We have electricity a couple of hours a day, and that's like kind of, and it's crazy. When you receive electricity, you have to manage to cook food for this day and for the next day. You need to wash your clothes, to wash your bed sheet, you need to wash your flat, you need to make some money. I'm keeping my education. I am a student right now at the theological university. I have to write some papers. I need to do an interview with Vardan, and I need to do something for business as well, like LinkedIn messaging responses everywhere and so on. It is a crazy thing. It brings us a lot of challenges, but we know that there will be time when everything will be okay, and I know that every single minute that I'm spending to develop the platform Doers Business, it will pay off for sure. And I know that that it encouraged me that I help people. I know I do. Tell me please about your experience of Doers Business. challenges, advantages, disadvantages. How do you experience as a you as a member of our community? It's very important for me.
So as a member of the you know of this doers community, you, there are lots of genuine business over in this community, doers business, as well as there are lots of people who are genuine, but they lack some information, and that's why they make those things make them ungenuine to some businessman.
Ye-
So my experience is good with doers business community. I even received some sort of personal messages with some good leads, and there are lots of good businessmen in this doers community, so it's a very quiet and good platform to connect with. So the more what we can do is that we can with some regular intervals we can share some more videos. We can do some sort of more knowledge videos we can share in these groups, so that people will get educated. They can realign themselves that this particular inquiry what I am posting in the group, what it will be looks like. Will it look like a genuine inquiry or a fake inquiry or just time pass? So that we need to educate. We need to educate to the people of this
That's
doers community.
there is another off-record discussion that I wanted to do with you after our interview, but things we are already talking, we can discuss it now. I would love to make a series of videos with you, like LOI. This is LOI. This is how it works. This is what consisted of, and so on. This is like FCO, or soft
First
corporate.
corporate offer, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like this. It has to contain this kind of things, and it looks like that. Like that's like irrevocable, and so on, so on. So
LC,
yeah,
letter. Yeah.
purchase order. I mean, that is a full commercial offer. That is how it looks. That is how it's supposed to be, and everything's supposed to be like A, B, C, D, E, F. Because if you do it backward, it will cause a chaos and so on. We have to do it definitely. Probably.
So I want to make some uh, 50 or 100 powerful videos, of concrete videos which give all the information.
Yeah, well, exactly,
Yeah,
definitely. That.
perfect information, which will guide. So for making that video, maybe we may take some sort of time, but
Yeah, yeah,
once
yeah. With a full preparation, not just like
yeah, yes,
not just
yes.
TikTok blah blah thing. No,
Yes,
no, no,
yes.
no.
And what we can do is, we can also make them some sort of kind of subscription, because uh, since we have done some sort of time we have given,
Yeah,
so we
exactly.
should also I mean gain something, not much, but since
I
we
don't
are
mind.
giving up.
I don't
Yeah,
mind. I'm for that.
yeah.
I'm definitely for that. Let's do that.
Yeah. So what we can do is we can tell our community that do subscribe. We can add more and more people to the community, and we can tell them that please watch these videos, please subscribe them. And then what we can do is, we can have their experiences. We can take their interviews as well. 30 minutes interview or 1 minute oh sorry, uh, what I will say, a 1 hour interview, may depend upon their time, and then we can share all those stuffs to the doers
I think
community as well.
I think the most important thing is to make video about like different first of all different document that involved in
Yes,
international trade.
yes,
Then
yes,
subscription, I don't mind. I'm absolutely don't mind if the person is Small money, not big money, small money.
Yeah, small
If
money.
yeah, if
Say it depends upon, say, $5, $10. That I just gave you the example. Maybe it all depends upon the costing, what it will comes, what the videos will cost to us. It all depends upon that.
Well, that's approximately what I mean. It can be different. How would I say? Different level of access. It can be access to the whole storage. It can be access to every video. So it can be different formulas. But I don't mind about that. I absolutely for that. And I am for definitely to start with this kind of things because of this is the most chaotic things and that covered with the shadow for the majority of people who use Spark.
Yes, and we can. I mean, I have found many, what I will say, educators over here in India. We can focus on them also. Nobody give you, the information how to do the costing of your product. We
Mhm.
can enter into that on the finance part as well, where we are, sharing some sort of most important information,
Step by
to
step,
the,
step.
yes, step by step. This will be a deep, some sort of, more knowledgeable videos, which will be a premium videos, so that also we can do.
Yes, yes, definitely. And that's because Doers Business isn't only platform. Platform is only a piece of Doers Business project. Doers Business is a huge long-term project. That's I have many commercial ideas about the international trade, about developing different kind of tools, which can be very extreme, which is needed, first of all, very much needed in doing international business. And the second thing, which can bring a lot of commercial interest as well, but like step by step, one step at. I have a friend from Canada who used to say that one step at a time, calm down, one step.
Yes, yes,
So first of all, we can make a couple of videos about LOI, about soft corporate offer, about irrevocable purchase order, ICPO, yeah, and about full corporate offer, and maybe some final video about some tips for standard contract using, like things that has to be mentioned in a contract, like
yeah,
general overview. We can't give everything because every single contract is unique, but we can
yeah,
give a general idea, general overview about that. If we will
right,
take one by one, it's like it is the idea for 5 videos. For the very beginning, it's a lot of job. It's a lot of it will take time. It will consume lots of our time,
right.
of our
Mm.
energy. We can start with that. Then we see how many people we attract, how much
Correct.
is that interesting for them, and people will help us with figuring out other ideas for doing something together, definitely, for sure. I have no doubt about that. That's only one thing. A little bit further, do you know that, by the way, top 3 countries on our platform is like India, Turkey, and the Ukraine? Those top 3, the biggest numbers of users and community members, they are coming from those countries. So in
Ukraine, India, and the third country?
Turkey, India, and Ukraine,
Turkey. Okay.
and Ukraine,
Turkey. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And we need to gain at least 1,000 of members in India, and then I will discuss something else with you. It's gonna be
Okay.
it's gonna be surprise for you, but that there will be discussed much later. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any message to share with people who will watch this video?
Yes, I have the message. The message is, suppose if you are, starting this import export business, then you need to learn first of all about the marketing strategy, how to do the marketing. Second thing you need to learn is about from where to procure the products. You need to have a geographical knowledge of your country. For example, I say that groundnut is mainly coming from, Gujarat. Cassia tora is a seed which comes mainly from which is mainly produced in Rajasthan, as well as Gujarat is also the producer of that Cassia tora seed, and then Madhya Pradesh is also a producer of that Cassia tora seeds. So, which countries are going where, from where you need to procure? Then you need to procure from them states. What licenses is required? What, from which countries will buy these? Countries who buy mostly Cassia tora seeds are China, Vietnam, then Japan is also there, and then Malaysia, Indonesia, all those countries buy. Cambodia also sometimes. So this is the knowledge that you need to gain, uh, and you need to remain in your field. You need to travel. You need to understand your country, what products, what states are producing. You need to understand those things, and then only you can you will be able to find the correct supplier. The biggest challenge is that people that the the people feel in this import export business is about the pricing. Suppose someone is asking you the pricing and you give them the price, blah blah, 10% plus, 15% plus price. So it's not about that. B2B business runs on a very thin margin with a huge quantity. So you need to plan out accordingly. Initially, you just think of 2%, 3%, or 5% profit margin. And then after you can, once you will give the big order, then you can increase your price as well. And then you can also earn huge margins based upon how much quantity of the order you are getting. So B2B business, and mainly into the export import business, is all about a quantity game, not what I will say. Uh,
That's true. You
it is a quantity game, not what I will say. It's not about if you are saying you're selling one container, then you will earn around 10,000 or 50,000 or 15,000, 20,000 USD dollars as a profit. It's not going to do initially in there.
no,
It all depends what mainly in the agriculture there's only 1%, 2%, 3% margin. That's it, not much in agriculture business.
mhm.
So it all depends upon
Sometimes
how.
on a big quantities you are even decreasing your margin just to close the deal, and because
Yes,
it's already very financially interesting deal to do. So,
yes,
and
yes. So it.
many new beginners, they are expecting, like, that's what I call wolves from Wall Street, because they think they will close one contract, and then immediately Rolls Royce, Miami yachts, girls, and no, guys, it doesn't work like
No,
that.
it's not. See, import export business is a very big business, and it takes time to develop this
Yeah.
business. But once it multiplies by leaps and bounds. Even you will not understand how this business is going on. So
Mm-hmm.
it all depends how much uh, what I will say, how much efforts you are making, in contacting persons. In first of all, while you start the import export business, first of all, create your impression, your personality, your what I will say, your existence uh,
Your
to your own country people. Tell them that I am doing this business, and then after you can sail to out of country peoples,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this
And
this this is this,
it's
these are the main things.
developing. Well, I definitely would say that import export can bring a lot of money, a lot.
Yeah, it can
It's
it can bring a lot of money. It all depends upon the product that you choose, how you execute them, what are the strategies you take, while seed those products. Because one, there are lots of companies who are shipping those stuff, those goods. Some are shipping in 100 rupees, some are shipping even in 50 rupees. So that is all because of the type of establishment they have. That is because they, some have less human power, manpower, some have more manpower, some have more consumption of money, some have less consumption of money. So all those rates differ. So that also depends upon your strategy, how you know check out the prices, how you check out the vendors and you take the prices from them. There are lots of uh, price givers, so it all depends upon you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. The main principle is that it took for you 6 months to find the first contract. So like it gives us a lot of understanding to conclude our talk that
Yeah,
international trade is developing gradually, step by step. Not
it's it develops step by step, gradually. You have to, each day you have to make impression, you have to, you know, uh, share your business profile to different people from your country, in your country as well as outside your country also. So that each day you are sharing something that you are so and so person, to some outsiders also that you are so and so person. Each day, you know, when you will tell people that I am this person, I sell this product, then eventually, you know, slowly you will gain confidence within yourself that I, yes, this is my personality, I'm doing this business, right? And then you can, you know, easily you can crack the orders. Because when you come face to face to your client, suppose an e-meeting is going on, then you need to be very confident at that time, you know, with the pricing and you
very
know, with
much.
the
Very much.
execution. Sometimes they ask many questions about your profile. And suppose if you have started business and you have just done a 1 month, and then a big supplier come and have an e-meeting with you, and he will ask you some technical question, do you have any experience of doing this business? And you were like, I just started 1 month ago.
Yeah,
So
it's okay to start 1 month ago if you were working for a couple of years in this area, in this sector.
yeah,
If you
then it's okay that you have the,
understand
then it's good.
details.
But this is for this saying, my this saying is for the people who, you know, from the scratch, who are, you know, developing this business.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I agree. It's understandable for me. Very much, very much.
Yeah.
No single doubt about that. Would you like to ask me something? Because I'm asking you all the time. I will like the plan is for me now. I will interview all doers now, or probably majority of them. I don't know. Probably someone don't want, but those who want, I will interview everyone, and at the end of the interview, I will give an opportunity to ask me something because I'm not
Ask
nice.
your questions.
Not democratic. Yeah, I would love to give you an opportunity to ask me something if you want.
Okay. So, what other changes we will see in this duals platform? What changes we will see in the near future in this platform in terms of how I mean how a business
Uh-huh.
I mean how one entity connect the others entity, how uh, in terms of also like you know, like there are some B2B portals which provides surety about the payment as well, that if you will deal, you know, will route your payment to this B2B channel, then you will not get stuck about your payment. So do you have any plans like these plans, or what are your plans, near future plans, for any changes in the doers
Mhm. Well,
business platform?
we have many plans, but there is a far future and there is nearest future. So about far future, we have as well many plans, but that's not important right now because we have important things right now. As you said before, that there are two types on a doers business platform: a genuine businessman who is open, who is easy to share any details, and that's easy to hold the dialogue with them, and that's easy to understand that they are genuine. And there are genuine people who are not really like open to share some details, particularly, not fully, but particularly. I understand why, because people have burned the experience in their past, and they can be careful about that. But then again, it's just like you said as well, people have to consider, if they want to do a serious and genuine and massive business, really massive business, so they have to be ready to share a lot of details, and they have to be open, they have to open their mind for trust, because the trust is the most expensive product in international trade. Because if you're talking to people from India, you know, Indian market. If you're talking to a guy from Gujarat, you will make a couple of calls using your smartphone, and you will know everything about that guy. But when you are talking to Oleg from Ukraine, where the hell is Ukraine, what's happening there, who is Oleg, how to check him, it's a huge trouble. It's a huge trouble. It's a like you're meeting pure chaos, and you don't know what will be the outcome of the communication. And the most important thing for me is to gather a genuine and the serious business oriented professionals at the platform. That's extremely important thing for us. And within that, we planned many improvements at the platform. The most oh, you posted something in our chat. I just received I just received notification.
Yeah, so you can read personally.
Yeah, and the most important thing about all of that is currently to improve user experience and user impression at the platform. So currently we will improve profiles, how they work now. Then the plan is to grow to at least 1,500 members when we will become 1,001.
How much members right now we have?
Currently, we have 316.
316. Okay.
316. The plan is to grow not to 1,100, but to 1,500. So 1,500
Okay.
members. When we will have 1,500 members at the community who reflected at least one contract at our platform, then we will go to the highest prime league of the business. We will charge fee for using the platform, and then it will be easy to filter people who are genuine, who is doing real business, from people who are just like, you know, curious and so on. It's okay to be curious, it's okay to be like to research something about business, but the most important thing for me is to provide genuine business professionals with a genuine tool to grow their business. So this or other way, as there will be time when I will say sorry to guys who are not doing real business, and then because the platform will become paid. And that's a very important condition to gain solid people at the platform.
Right.
I guess non-business professionals, they will never spend a single coin on a platform if they don't earn money, and if they don't get
Yeah.
money on the
Yeah.
platform as
Right.
well. Mhm. So this is one of the things that we are going to do at our platform. We have some other plans as well, but we have agreement with my business partner I am like I'm shut up my mouth and I'm not talking about that.
You cannot reveal right now. That is that you
Yeah,
mentioned. Yeah.
until when we have invented that already at the platform, I am allowed to speak about that only after the job is done at the platform. I cannot do it right now, but that's really like exciting things that we will do at the platform. I know how it looks for people currently right now, like not too many things are happening at the platform, but believe me and trust me, those of you who will actively use the platform, I promise you, you will not be just like a person who is not going to regret that you joined the platform. You will be extremely happy that you were one of the first people who joined the platform. Could we be able to close the interview? Not in 10 minutes, my friend, but a bit later, because the Zoom will take time to process the video and to save it at my storage, and then YouTube will take time to post the video at the YouTube platform, and then we will definitely distribute it through the LinkedIn, through the everything what you want to use to distribute it.
So are we closing in 10 minutes or what?
No, we're not like close. You asked me about 10 minutes and I am answering you about 10 minutes. We are finishing, we are actually approaching the finishing of our interview, because I think I currently asked you all the questions that I wanted to ask you, and we even discussed potential business mutual plans that we were going to do some things together with you. So we discussed absolutely everything. I think the interview will be fabulous, absolutely. So thank you, my friend. Enjoy your dinner with your mother. Say hello to your family member. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love you. I love all of them as well. So I hope
Thank
one
you.
day we meet definitely. Bye.
Sure. Thanks. Bye. Take care.
And I am saying thank you, and I am so gratitude and grateful to everyone who watched, who liked this video, and who shared this video anywhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay,
Thanks a lot.
stay with
Bye.
us.
Thanks.